Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Bruston Nordman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
A great day to be alive on this Tuesday. Kyle Bruston Ortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. Next to me is probably an ecstatic Kyle Wallace coming off the high of his first shareholders meeting at Lambeau Field. He's our Packer backer. Kyle Wallace, what's up?
Yeah, I wish I was still ecstatic about it, but the reality of the situation sunk in today. So the high I was on yesterday at 3 o'clock is no longer with me.
So it was just an escape.
Yeah, it was a vice yesterday. Is that what you call it? A vice?
No.
To help you? Okay.
I can tell you a lot about vices.
Okay, all right, then. Let me skip on to somebody else.
A vice, never mind. Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up, our capologist, our football brain, our handsome man, our cheap NFL guy.
All true. All true.
What else are you? You're a lot of things.
Quirky.
Dorky.
Yeah, dorky.
In your own way.
Yeah, in my own way.
No Alex Strofe. He's out at Big Ten Media Days out in Indianapolis. Cool. You guys can cool me with him. Chris Larson running the show. You, KBN Nation, can get in at 800-990-3776. That's 800-990-3776. And the way I feel today is if, like, it almost feels like a post-game day. Not the same, obviously. We don't have specific plays to break down, although we're getting more nitty-gritty from our beat reporters up there at Lambeau Field watching practice, giving updates. But it was the first day of training camp. We were live all day, essentially. Will Tausch, Mr. Irrelevant, Kyle Bruston Nortman, all from the shadow of Lambeau Field. We were up there. We felt the buzz of training camp. And Jordan Love was not participating. We learned that he will not be participating in practice until a deal is done. He is present. It is a hold-in, and today is day 2 of practice, and they are finished, and day 2 of officially holding in until his contract is here. So what I ask is, and I obviously want to hear from not just Kyle and Brad and myself, I want to hear from you, 800-990-3776, is a Jordan Love therapy session. And when I say that, like, there's no wrong answers about how you feel about the situation. You could be of the camp that Goody is holding this up because he's worried about the long-term finances. You could be of the camp that it's Jordan Love's camp's fault and that he should take any deal that's in front of him right now because he's only played eight really, really good games in the NFL and is a big risk to the Packers to make that investment. You could be in the middle. It's business. I understand. But whatever you're feeling, I want to know what you're feeling because there's a lot of emotion that comes to Kyle Wallace when we start the show. And yesterday, he's talking about how he's disappointed. The Green Bay Packers missed the deadline. They had a deadline. They knew that July 22nd was coming. They didn't get a deal done. Brad felt like it was embarrassing for the Green Bay Packers. Kyle went to the shareholder meeting, came back on the show, and was ecstatic. But then I start the show, and I feel the same sort of energy as I felt yesterday from Kyle Wallace.
Yeah, that energy just is there. It persists because of the fact that now we are on day 2 of the Green Bay Packers going out there for practice. And I'm hearing about Jacob Eason, right? I'm hearing about Sean Clifford. Exactly. Who? Haven't heard that name in years. I'm hearing about Michael Pratt. I'm not hearing about the most important guy to this football team and the most important guy to this organization to the point where you heard Goody, the general manager of the Green Bay Packers, talking about he is our franchise quarterback. So when I look at this situation, First days are huge, man. Everybody's anticipating first day. Our first show, we were excited about that. We promoted it. Your first day of school, regardless of the age, whether it was K4 all the way up to 12th grade, you wore your best outfit that you could. You were excited to see your friends again. You were excited to see that class. That's what the first day of school is all about. The Green Bay Packers had their first day of school and their second day of school, and one of the most important players and kids in the classroom is Jordan Love. And instead of Jordan Love joining his teammates, joining his classmates in the classroom, getting educated, learning the plays, getting the reps, getting the things that they need in order to excel, Jordan Love is the kid outside the classroom, skipping and jumping around the hallway and doing whatever the heck he wants while everybody else is learning and everybody else is getting better. This is the issue that I have, and these are the feelings that I have. Jordan Love is a class skipper right now, and I do not appreciate it.
But you could argue that he's sitting in the class, he's taking notes, he's just not having to take the test.
So he's cheating the system. No, for real. Honestly, how do you get better without actually taking the exam and taking the test, right? And Jordan Love ain't even taking notes like that, because in order to take notes, you have to do practice exams. That's what practice is all about. It's about doing the homework, doing the assignments. Jordan Love not doing the homework. He's not getting under center. He's not making the checks. He's not directing the offense. He's not telling the offensive line, hey, make sure, hey, left, Louis. He's not doing all that. He's standing.
Let's bring a second tight end over. It seems like Rashawn Gary's beating Dillard up.
That is what Sean Clifford's doing right now. How is this offense going to take the next step if Sean Clifford is under center? Tell me how.
It sounds like, though, you're blaming the student in Jordan Love and not the school for not creating the type of environment for the student to thrive, to be able to, who's to blame for Jordan Love not being in class?
I think they both have some culpability. Is that a good word?
Yeah.
In this situation.
I love how Brad was shocked.
Yeah, wow, okay. He said that.
Shut up, Brad.
It's impressive.
but for real, I think they both are to blame for this situation. But the clock is ticking, and I'm going to be a little patient. But I'm actually upset today because of the fact that we are at day 2 now, and I just don't feel good about this. I don't feel great about this whatsoever, because when I thought about the end of last year, right, when the Green Bay Packers lost and Jordan Love threw that interception, I was hurt. I was upset. I was disappointed. But you know what, Brad? You know what I was as well?
Optimistic about next year.
Optimistic about next year. And when that optimism was in there, never once did I think for a second I would be watching my quarterback in T-shirts and a sweatpants, watching his team practice without him. So, not because he's injured, because by choice of a contract.
Kyle was here, Brad, before he went into the shareholders meeting when Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher joined us. Old T is a guy of perspective, right? He always hears the news, in my opinion, takes that step back, looks at it from a wider lens, and I thought provided perspective that he said, look, if he misses a week, that's not going to make or break what this Packers season is about. And that's 17 games, 18 weeks of them on the field. There's still preseason games. There's still more training camp. There's a lot of time for Jordan Love to continue to grow and get acclimated with his classmates, from your analogy. So I'm just shocked even hearing the anxiousness out of Kyle Wallace.
Well, I can understand it to an extent, because there's 31 other teams that are working right now. I mean, and those teams are getting better. And so when I heard the news yesterday and we talked about it and we reacted to Jordan Love sitting out practices, I don't blame Jordan Love for 1 second about it. There's a bit of shock and awe factor. I'm not going to lie. Like, oh, wow, that's wild. Jordan Love right there, not getting reps. It's not just on the practice field that's now affected by it when you start stacking days. Because what do you do the next day or yesterday evening after practice? You go watch the film. You think the offense had a really productive, robust film session when the defense is, the quarterback's getting sacked every other play, and Sean Clifford's, throwing interceptions. Like, you go into that film session and you can't get a whole lot out of it because
Sean can.
Sean probably. No,
Sean's getting the most out of it.
He's getting a lot. He's getting a lot out of it.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Sean, listen, I don't give a dang what Sean get out of it. All Sean is learning that he ain't a starter. That's what he's learning. He said, dang, them boys is fast.
Rashawn Gary's quick, huh?
Damn, oh boy.
I'm not used to seeing the ones like this. He looked like Reggie White off the edge.
So I just think, and now again, You got Sean Clifford leading the offense. You're going to watch practice film tonight and tomorrow morning. It's going to be another offensive film study where you're going to go, there's not a whole lot we can take out of this.
No, you need to just call it what it is.
It's going to keep on growing and accumulating, and the Packers not being able to take a major step forward.
So what my friend Bradley Nortman is trying to say, my former NFL friend who played in the NFL, and he did a lot, and no offense, he punted, but he got to see a lot. He got to watch some.
What do you mean, no offense, he punted?
Because you got to watch Cam Newton a lot, right? You got to watch
a lot
him, right?
of Cam
You
Newton.
weren't in the
lot
trenches.
of watching.
Exactly. And so what
Prime
he's saying,
Cam.
what he's saying is this. Is that what the Packers are doing on the football field offensively right now with Sean Clifford leading that offense is a waste of time.
Yeah.
A complete waste of time because you are not making any progress for that offense because at the end of the day, things change. Confidence change when you have the guy behind there. Anytime a team has a quarterback and that quarterback goes down, whether it is elementary school all the way up to the pros, you kind of, when they go down, you're like, oh my gosh, you get dejected, right? You're down because you know that is your best opportunity to win. The offense is not being put in a position to win because the best player, their leader, the guy they look to, is not practicing on the field. They know right now this is a complete joke. And then they have this false sense of if the offense doesn't play well and Sean Clifford's the quarterback, you know what they say to each other? They don't say it's me. They say, oh, it's because George's not here. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Not making the corrections.
Y'all are second-year players and third-year players. Ain't no we'll be fine. That ain't good enough. And so I don't want them to have this false sense of satisfaction or safety or feeling okay because Jordan Love isn't here, that they're not succeeding. This is the risk that we run.
800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-3776. The ESPN Wisconsin Talking Text line. Kyle Brust-Dortmund across ESPN Wisconsin. There are no wrong feelings to feel. Feel how you feel about Jordan Love not being at the second, or I guess being at his second day of holding in for Green Bay training camp.
Whenever we had a punt period that we had a new long snapper, I'm going to land the plane. I'm not going to talk about special.
I just reset this thing to talk Jordan Love. You're talking punt.
Your faces. I was like, oh my gosh.
I like football talk.
So whenever we had a new long snapper or personal protector, long snapper is obviously the person delivering the ball to me, or personal protector calling out the coverages. Whenever we had a new one, it always went bad. And like the whole thing was affected. You'd go through the whole period and be like, that was a complete waste. And that's a long snapper and a personal protector. That a quarterback is 1,000 times more important, and everybody else relies on the quarterback 1,000 times more. Shut up, Ben. Than those two.
You went a long time.
I know. I had to register. I'm like, did he just say that? So in my own experience, when you have two guys that are important to the play, to the 11 that are out there, and you walk away and be like, geez, we just wasted a period. We can't even do anything with that. Think about that on a scale of 1,000 times more when it's your quarterback. You can't get good film. You can't get good timing. And look, a day or two, whatever. But you start stacking days of this, it becomes a problem.
And I think what you said is so key, right? We make jokes about you being a punter, but the punter is an important position because if special teams wasn't important, we wouldn't sit here be upset about Anders Carlson, right? We wouldn't
good
be mad about
practice. Sounds like he's 6 for 6.
J.K. Scott when he was the Packers punter. We wouldn't sit here and complain about special teams. So Brad's sitting here letting you know, having one thing that is not normal, a consistency, whether it's a personal protector or whether it's a long snapper, can throw off everything. Football is a team sport, and in order for the team to truly be successful, you need everybody there. You need everybody moving in the right direction, and right now the Green Bay Packers do not have that because Jordan Love is not practicing.
He's not practicing, but I feel as if you have gotten hotter today than you were yesterday, and I feel as if each day that goes by that Jordan Love is not on the field, the Kyle Wallace Packer backer that sits in the shareholder meeting is going to be even more frustrated.
It's too early for this stress. It's too early. It's July 23rd. I'm already all upset.
Maybe that's why you need to look at it. It's July 23rd, and you don't need to be upset. And you have every right to be. Like I said, we're fielding your texts. We're fielding your calls, 800-990-3776. We're going to go to the panic meter. And we used to play the Yodely game where, in The Price is Right, you had to guess an item, and however many dollars you were off on the item, you had a certain amount of leeway for the guy going off the cliff. And yo-dee-oo-dee, we use that sound to tell us when to stop, when Jordan Love's annual average value of his contract will be this coming season. We did this 8 months ago, 6 months ago, we were like 40 million, 42 million. We were way off. Tausch said 50.
And we thought
he was way off.
And we thought he was wild.
We thought he was wild. But what I want to do now is, when do you, as a Packer fan, in the Yodely game, tell me when to stop with the panic meter? We'll get to the panic meter with Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Ben Brust, Chris Larson run the show, and UKBN Nation, 800-990-3776. That's next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman.
That is completely unacceptable. It is unacceptable for a team to
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Is acceptable? Unacceptable?
Unacceptable.
Unaccessible. Wait.
What?
Wait. My mind is
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. What did I say?
Unacceptable.
My mouth and brain
Unacceptable.
are like not working
Unacceptable. What did I say?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Alex Strofe is Mr. Irrelevant.
If you're paying him, the expectations you should be one of the 5 or 10 best quarterbacks in the league all year long.
Tune into ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12:30 for Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe.
So the national expectation is this guy is the real deal. And I believe that. But how real of a deal is he?
Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12:30 on ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher, and summer is here. But if you want your parking lots and asphalt to be ready for winter, you have to remember the 3 R's from Johnson & Sons Paving. Reseal every 2 to 3 years. Repair when you see signs of cracking or potholes. And replace if there's constant standing water, buckling, or sinking. Don't scare customers or tenants away because of a bad parking lot. Connect with Johnson & Sons today before minor repairs end up being huge headaches. Schedule an appointment at johnsonsonspaving.com.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. For every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 free. Buy 2, get 2. Buy 4, get 4. So call 414-410-2000 to schedule your free in-home estimate today. And for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. That is 5 years. Restrictions apply. Tell them I told you to call and get an additional $250 off your next project. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to uwd.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Join an unforgettable weekend of summer fun when the Brewers play the Marlins July 26th through the 28th. Be here for Yacht Rock Night on Friday and a Hawaiian shirt giveaway Saturday. Get your seats at Brewers.com.
With a local Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank knows what success looks like. They've been serving businesses and individuals in the area for nearly 15 years, including a long-standing commitment to the healthcare industry. From expansion to treasury management, Fifth Third offers a full suite of financial services and solutions across the healthcare spectrum to meet the complex moments you're navigating. Fifth Third Bank, National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Every so often in medicine, something comes along that is truly revolutionary.
Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, former orthopedic surgeon, now National Medical Director at QC Kinetics.
I believe this is one of those things.
Dr. Scheinkup is talking about regenerative medicine, something he's practiced, researched, and written about for nearly 2 decades.
The old ways of dealing with joint pain, such as steroids and surgery, are no longer the best ways.
If you have pain from arthritis or injury, you owe it to yourself to learn more about this exciting option, using your own body's natural power to get lasting relief. And there's no better place to learn than QC Kinetics.
There is no one in this country today with more clinics, more satisfied patients, more advanced protocols, or more experience in using this exciting option to deliver life-changing results.
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Discover the difference at findhigherlove.com/CBD. Higher Love Cannabis Company is the only cultivator in the UP offering organic, clean green certified products. That means quality you can trust every time. With 7 locations across the UP, including Menominee, Norway, and Ironwood, finding your Higher Love is easier than ever before. And for our friends in Green Bay, Higher Love is less than an hour away. Kindness starts with you. Experience Higher Love today. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD and follow them on social media at findhigherlove.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Let's go to
Day
the beach.
two of the hold-in from Jordan Love, as he will not be participating at training camp until a deal is inked between him and the Green Bay Packers. Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Ben Brust alongside an emotional Packer backer, Kyle Wallace. I won't call it delusional because I feel like you're authentic today.
Oh, so this season I'm not delusional?
No, right now you're reacting with your true, authentic emotion.
So my goal this year is to not be slandered as much. And
well, then don't flip-flop.
Stand up for myself. And so...
my goal, my New Year's resolution.
It's don't let you control my narrative.
You can control. I never controlled your narrative. You control your own.
Brad, what would you say about that? Do you think he did a pretty good job of painting me as...
All I did was just say what he said.
Ben has some muscle to cultivate narrative, but you gave him enough ammunition.
Hey, yeah.
On the same team.
That's Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, always keeping it real. Chris Larson running the show. Strophe out at Big Ten Media Days. Cool. 800-990-3776. Mike chimes in. How are we going to feel if a deal doesn't get done before the season? Love plays and balls out, then asks for $60 million or walks. Goot needs to get this done ASAP.
We're talking week one?
Yeah, he's just saying, what if he just plays on his contract, balls out, and says, see you later.
And goes to free agency?
Yeah.
Can't. Call the franchise tag, buddy. You're mine for 3 years.
Yeah, they'd franchise tag him, for sure. That would be wild, though. He could get, if he balls out, he could get 65 more than that in the open market.
If he were to ball out, right, if he was to back up what he did last year, which was impressive, like as a whole, he did well. But the way he ended the season was extremely impressive. If he came back out year two and played more towards the last 8 to 10 games of Jordan Love that we saw, and he's that guy, then he should be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, and no one will have any qualms about it.
Well, that's the thing. I think people are pointing to the season last year as a tale of two seasons for Jordan Love, and it was. The first half of the season was okay. I mean, there were moments of, oh, wow, there's plenty of something there, and then there was moments of, oh, my goodness, this is bad. But the second half of the season, there's no question that he can play elite football for an extended period of time, which is the big question mark. We talk about, who else is up? Tua. Was there ever a stretch where Tua was debatably the best quarterback in the NFL? I can't think of any time.
Maybe consistently in those top measures, but he did have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, an unbelievable run game, and Mike McDaniel is a good head coach, and that's the difference is, you have Jordan Love in a situation, it's a little bit unprecedented. No one could have expected the run that we saw from Jordan Love. No one was sitting here when they were 2-5 saying, I've seen everything I needed to see to say he's going to go boom in the second half of the season. 800-990-3776. Brian and Racine, you're on. Kyle Bruston Nortman, welcome.
What's up, fellas? Thank you.
Absolutely.
I just replying to Kyle about 15 minutes ago talking about how, it's not helping whatsoever to have this backup as a quarterback. And I agree, to a certain extent, but what happens, the other cat gets hurt, and I think it's very crucial reps for the guy, that's all.
No, I appreciate the call, Brian. And this is something that Jordan Love had the opportunity to do. Now, Sean Clifford wasn't drafted in the first round, and it was very clear, whether we wanted to admit it or not, that they drafted Jordan Love as Aaron Rodgers' replacement. And so when Aaron Rodgers wasn't there was value for Jordan Love to get reps with the number ones. But this is a scenario where this team just went 9-8, just won a wild card game, almost beat the San Francisco 49ers. The last thing that you want to do is have Sean Clifford taking the reps to start training camp. It just sets a weird tone for the first week. Is it bad for Sean Clifford? No, but I think what we're saying is we don't care about Sean Clifford right now because without Jordan Love, Sean Clifford's not going to be ready regardless.
Yeah, I totally understand the argument that, okay, it's great for the backups to get some reps just in case, But if for whatever reason Jordan Love is out this season and Sean Clifford's in, kiss your Super Bowl hopes goodbye. And it'd be the same thing if it was Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. You take any elite quarterback out of their team, look at the Jets last year, and then all of a sudden you kiss your Super Bowl hopes goodbye. So look, it's good to get, but it's a Band-Aid. It's not a fix. And you just hate to see it. And you're exactly right. This team lived and breathed momentum, success, and flow and optimism. And that all gets dashed.
And stability.
And that all gets taken away when you throw somebody else in there that's not a top elite quarterback.
We go to Kyle's number one fan, Diana in Maguanago, 800-990-3776.
Diana.
Hey, this question is for Brad.
Yes, Diana.
Does Jordan Love have the upper hand right now?
Yes. I believe Jordan Love has the upper hand. I mean, he is the one that can actually withhold his services from the Green Bay Packers, and you can see now what the offense looks like without him. Sean Clifford's getting sacked every other play.
And should we be worried about the QB that they picked up this morning? I don't know anything about him. Do you boys?
I mean, I don't think he's much of a threat besides just building depth. My takeaway has always been there's this little tit for tat conspiracy going on that I'm seeing that, I do something subtly, you do something subtly. It's all started with the nope guy at Jordan Love's camp that was
it's part of the process.
Stir the pot, and then they work out quarterbacks. Then Jordan Love doesn't practice. Now you're signing a quarterback. I'm sure it's going to get done, but these are kind of the maneuvers you do in the last hour to squeeze out a little bit more.
Jacob Eason is a guy, right? He's not.
That's very, very, very nicely put.
No, it isn't exciting, but I really think the main thing that we have to look at in this situation is why I'm so bothered by Jordan Love not practicing is we need to stop acting like Jordan Love is some 5-year, 6-year savvy vet that's played for 5 or 6 years. He's a 5-year player in the NFL, but to me, he's only going into his real second year as being a veteran type guy, a starting type quarterback. To think that all of a sudden that he doesn't need to be present because he proved it last year that he was a really good quarterback with potential, he still has so much room to go, and this is valuable time that he's missing. But we need to stop kidding ourselves, and this is why the thing with Tausch, where Tausch said, oh, well, I'm not worried about it.
Mid-August.
Mid-August. What did he see that was different than what I saw from Jordan Love? And I saw some positive things from Jordan Love, also saw some inconsistent things from Jordan Love. Matter of fact, the way our season ended last year was part of that inconsistency from Jordan Love. And practice reps help build good habits. And right now, Jordan Love is not building good habits. We watched that video last week or 2 weeks ago of him doing footwork, right? Doing cone drills. That's cool and all, but I want to see him do footwork and cone drills in real live action in practice, right? That's where it really matters. And so we need to stop acting like Jordan Love has been doing this for a decade because really he's only been doing it for 2 minutes.
Well, and let's not forget that his supporting cast is also on their second year, first year for some guys that are sprinkled
second
around
and
the
third
offense,
year.
but mostly second and third guys, where it's not like those guys know exactly how to run the perfect routes with perfect timing. These are all things that they need to work on together. It was one of the reasons why he started so slow and the offense started so slow was because it wasn't just Jordan Love, it was the entire offense.
So Brad, you were in a training camp. I am under the impression that you guys are very much overreacting to Jordan Love not being present in practicing and the value of what these practices are early on. And Brad, maybe the practice has changed the first couple of days from when you were in camp, right? Maybe it was pads on right away. Maybe you're going full blow. But to me, if it's next week, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm watching Josh Jacobs run the ball. Yeah, I'm watching the defense get at Sean Clifford. But if we believe that Jordan Love is worth the money that they're going to pay him, yes, he has to develop. But missing these 2 to 4 to 5 days does not feel as huge as you guys are making it seem.
Well, that's why it's important to know when that internal panic button goes off for each one of us. Because for me, right now, it's just kind of an embarrassing look for the Packers. Like, you should have just gotten it done, and it's annoying. It's a distraction. I don't think it's going to take away. They're not winning and losing games because Jordan Love sits out for, let's call it 4 practices. Now, if it's 3 weeks, then yeah, you might start a little bit slow, particularly against the Eagles, who you're going to be competing against in the NFC, in the NFC for the playoff picture. So right now, like, it's not moving the needle. It's just annoying and a distraction. But it will get to that point where it will start moving the needle.
Well, he's got a little bit of change, I'm sure. And we know the guarantee money got last year, but I know he's a good brand ambassador for American Family Insurance, so that's got to be helping him while he sorts through the contract details.
And that's one thing that me and Jordan Love both love, and that is American Family Insurance. If you or someone you know is looking at maybe getting a home policy or getting an auto policy, look no further. Just visit amfam.com. And what I love about amfam.com is they make sure that your life is better under one roof, when you're protected under your one roof. So whether or not you're hosting a family event or whether or not you're taking a road trip, it always feels comforting knowing that you're protected by American Family Insurance. So go and get a quote today by visiting amfam.com, and either you can get a quote right there on the spot on the website, or if you're like me and you love to talk to somebody, you like somebody to walk you through what everything means inside of your quote, whether or not you're paying for 4 months, you're paying for a year, or whatever it is, they can break it down for you. They also can get you with a representative from American Family Insurance. So make sure you go to amfam.com today, amfam.com today, to get set up. So remember, insure carefully, dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance.
We test out the panic meter for Kyle Wallace next. It's going to be high.
This is Kyle Brust-Nortman, KBN.
Can you try it again?
Worcestershire. It's getting Worcestershire every time I say it.
Shire.
Worcestershire. How you try and say
Why
it?
would they name something so complicated?
Exactly. You try and say it. It's WORCESTER Shire. Worcestershire.
All right, as we're looking that up, 2 more questions.
Worcestershire.
Yeah, no.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
It feels like it should end at Worcestershire.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
ESPN Milwaukee's Gabe Neitzel. I've spent a while telling you about Mentality because it works. Not just for me, though. Take it from fellow Mentality user Jason. He's got a new lease on life thanks to Mentality.
Process was easy. It really, truly was. And the individuals that work at Mentality, very helpful, very respectful. It was an easy out. You go in a week after, they give you the results right away. And once you find that you're able to do it, just that thought, the energy already picked up a little bit. Most of it could have been mentally wise, but knowing that, hey, I get to start this, it was incredible.
Learn more today at MoTUSA.com.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Saving money on your next project at Menards. For over 50 years, Menards has been a leading supplier of quality roof and floor trusses. Choose from our large selection of residential and post-frame trusses, or design custom trusses specifically for your project. Order trusses for your next building project at Menards, America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction, according to J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Save big money at Menards.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here, telling you about Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. On Prize Picks, it's just you against the numbers. Pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on the daily action with your friends and become part of the Prize Picks community today. You can win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. Turn $10 into $1,000. If you're looking for promotions, Prize Picks has got you covered every week. From lowering select player stat projections on Tuesdays to help your lineup hit, or getting your entry fees back if you have a losing lineup on Fridays. Even with the new Hoops champion crowned, the Hoops action doesn't stop on Prize Picks. Women's basketball is heating up. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code WI. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
Are you a veteran who needs assistance? Do you know a veteran who needs help? The Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs is here for Wisconsin veterans, their families, and their survivors. We can help connect veterans with services such as medical care, financial and legal assistance, housing, mental health services, substance use treatment, and more. For more information, please visit wisvets.com. That's WIS vets.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs.
What do you get when you combine grilled-to-order deliciousness with only the finest Wisconsin cheeses? Cousin Sub's new Wisconsin cheese steaks, featuring either steak or chicken, bacon, cheddar cheese, sautéed onions, and their new Cheddar Supreme cheese sauce. It's a match made in dairy heaven. And the decadence doesn't stop there. Pair your Wisconsin cheesesteak with their new Orange Dream Shake. All are available for a limited time only. Order in store, online, or via the mobile app. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Hi, it's Haley from the newest Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek. Come see me today. Haircuts are just $20. Lady Jane's, Oak Creek on Howell Ave, just south of Putes Road. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week, even Sundays. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it.
Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Ben Brust here alongside Packer backer Kyle Wallace and longtime NFL punter Brad Nortman. Chris Larson running the show, 800-990-3776. It's time now to get a pulse of when you will be full panic. Chris, do we have the music queued up from the Price is Right Yodely game? Currently, Kyle Wallace, I start with you. It's been 2 days of a hold-in for Jordan Love. At day 3, are you at full panic?
Not full panic. That was Wednesday? No.
Thursday.
Not full panic, getting a little annoyed and upset.
Friday.
Friday we getting a little teed off, right? Friday, I don't want to ruin my weekend. I got enough stuff going on, but Friday, my panic level will be, wait, what the heck is going on, right?
Nothing happens through the weekend, and it's Monday.
Is Jordan Love, stop! Stop! Did we say stop?
Stop.
If Jordan Love, I'm telling y'all this right now, and I'm not even going to be on the show next Monday, but if Jordan Love ain't practicing, I may call you in while I'm flying and cuss somebody out. Because if Jordan
don't
Love,
cuss anyone on the plane. I don't want you to get arrested.
If you're right for real though.
Actually, I would. That would be good if you went viral on the plane.
I don't think I want that.
Crazy man flying Spirit Airlines.
It's going crazy saying Jordan Love hasn't signed. Jordan Love hasn't signed. If Jordan Love isn't signed by Monday, I'm in full panic.
Blow it all up.
I am not saying that on the plane. But for real though, we should all be in a full blown panic if Jordan Love has not signed his contract come Monday, right? This week is not good. Not good at all. Next week, that's a problem, right? Because you're starting week 2 is when you really install different things. You're getting into high gear. Like week 2, you need to be there. So again, I will be in full-blown panic mode if this contract holdout goes into next week, right? If it goes into next week, everybody should be in full-blown panic mode, and I guarantee you that will be the headline story on every single ESPN Wisconsin talk show. They'll be talking about this down at our sister station at ESPN Chicago as well, because that will be groundbreaking news, because this is not the Packer way.
Brad Nortman, you ready to play the panic meter game?
I am ready to play.
Brad Nortman, are you in full panic if he does not practice tomorrow?
Nope.
How you feeling?
I'm still okay.
Thursday rolls around. Day 4 of training camp.
Thursday, I'm still okay.
Friday, no deal.
Friday, I'm starting to scratch my head a little bit. I'm starting to be a little suspicious.
What are you thinking about Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday, moving right along, like you said. Nothing's getting done really on a weekend. Doesn't really matter. They're in season fully, but I'm okay. I'm okay till then.
All right. It's been a week since July 22nd.
Keep going. I'm starting. My blood pressure's getting up. I'm not full panic yet.
Not July. I guess it'd still be a July. Tuesday, July 30th.
A little more. There's a specific date.
You're trying to get
and I'm going to tell you why. It is into August.
All right, let's go to August 1st.
Not August 1st.
What are you doing
close.
here?
We're getting close.
On here?
I'm going to tell you why.
August 2nd, Friday.
At this point, it's dark orange, but then the next day,
August 3rd,
family night at Lambeau Field. panic, red alert, sirens going off if at this night, if when they take the field in their jerseys and they play in front of the thousands that show up at Lambeau Field and Jordan Love is still in street clothes, this goes from like, oh, they're working it out to something is wrong. Something is wrong, and this is not looking like it's going to be resolved anytime soon. And there's two reasons why I get concerned at family night. One, family night is just sort of the big unveiling of the team. Like every team has it. I had it in Carolina and Jacksonville. It is the big, energetic unveiling of the team. You're in your fans. It's positive. It feels good. If you don't have your starting quarterback there, everything's off. It's bizarre. I think even the team
Sean Clifford leading the ones out at family night.
It would be received so strangely by the fans. But it's not even
It would be so eerie.
It'd be so eerie. Like, think about that. That'd be the first family night since 1991. And you could even say the Magic Man was a marquee name.
All right, let's not go that far.
Maybe won't
He's
go
just
that
a glorified.
Come on, man. Second in MVP voting behind Montaigne.
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
4,500 yards in an era in which they didn't pass like that.
Fans yesterday at the shareholders meeting were a little bit impatient when it came to Jordan Love yelling, "Sign him!"
As Goody was giving the football breakdown portion.
Well, it was when he gave that football breakdown portion. He talked about Jordan Love, and that's what people said. Now you imagine at family night where you have 60, 70,000 people there and Jordan Love is not practicing, a lot of people will be anxious, a lot of people will be nervous, a lot of people will be upset. Matter of fact, when I walked in the door yesterday, I had on my number 10 Jordan Love jersey, and this gentleman came up to me with a pen, and I didn't know what was going on. I honestly thought that he was going to stop me because I was on the do not enter list because I'm friends with this guy, Ben Bruss. But instead, he gave me the pen. He said, Jordan Love, son. Now, obviously, I'm a black dude with a Jordan Love jersey on, so, we put two and two together. He said, Jordan Love, sign the deal.
He didn't just go to a different Packer fan in a Jordan Love jersey?
He went to me, sign the deal. And I said, yeah, I wanted to sign the deal, but that's how workers and volunteers, everybody wants Jordan Love to sign the deal. If we get to family night and Jordan Love is not participating and practicing and he's still holding out, beyond red alert, that's full blown go crazy.
And there's a second reason why that date is even more impactful. You fast forward 1 week from there, Packers open preseason at the Cleveland Browns. Okay, I don't suspect even if Jordan Love is signed to get a ton of reps, maybe a couple series. But what happens is you're going to start to do the normal game rhythm. These training camps have been so distilled. They're so casual now. What teams do is, when they do their for 3 preseason games, they get into a normal weekly rhythm. So it's a dress rehearsal for when the regular season really starts. So you're going to be going through the dress rehearsal, the game planning, the reps, everything that has to do with preparing for a game and then actually playing a game without your quarterback. And that actually starts to set you back.
800-990-3776. Ben V chimes in. If he doesn't sign by Monday, they weren't close at all, and Goody lies again. And so when I see that text, it immediately goes to, when do fans start turning on Jordan Love? You know what I mean? Because, there's a grace period right now. I know, as you mentioned, Kyle, fans were saying, sign him, right?
You want him.
I know Alex Strofe was boots on the ground talking with different fans across the American Family Dream Drive yesterday before practice. They're like, yeah, he's got to do what he's got to do right now. There's a strong positivity. At what point do fans turn? At what point does this go away from Goody, Murphy, and Russ Ball? Because I feel like the longer this goes, the longer that Jordan Love is off the practice field, you feel that Packer backer energy from Kyle right now. Mad Sean Clifford's out there. If it's Monday next week, whoo!
Well, they'll start to turn, and this is how you know negotiations are going bad. When there's leaks. If you start to get a leak of the pack, Adam Schefter comes on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy on his weekly hit and gives them the great content that he always does in our morning show from 7 to 9. Boy, if he says, I've heard the Packers have offered Jordan Love X, and that sounds juicy.
We haven't heard that
yet. We haven't heard the leaks. You're right. We haven't heard the propaganda from the teams.
This has been tight from the beginning. We haven't heard any numbers. We haven't heard any leaks. When you start to hear leaks, someone's leaking. They're leaking it on purpose. And that's how you know things have gotten bad. And if they leak a juicy number that fans would go, wait a minute, Jordan Love's not accepting fill in the blank 55 to be tied with it. that is when you start to say, wait, Jordan Love's being a little greedy.
It's got to be over
Greg in the 262 has already turned because he thinks you should only take $40 million. Love you, Greg.
Oh, Greg, you think he's Daniel Jones?
He's saying it's life-changing money. And Newman, I found you a 92 Toyota.
I'll take it.
I don't want Greg negotiating my contracts.
Yeah, and love and football. I think Monday is for sure the limit where it gets weird.
Weird is a great word.
Weird is a great word.
It's a simple but great word.
It feels, does it not feel a little weird? This whole thing is weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Uncomfortable.
It's weird.
It's very uncomfortable.
Goody's on the stand. Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love are meeting before training camp. They go out on the field together. There's no deal. He's not practicing. They say they're close, but are they close? God only knows.
You love putting God in it, don't you? I'm pretty sure that Goody may know.
No, Goody don't know, and Jordan Love's camp don't know.
They know how far they are apart, and that's the disappointing part is that you know what the gap is. Freaking bridge the gap, please.
Well, and that's what I'm wondering. Like, how if the gap it's one of two things before camp. Either the gap is big and you couldn't figure it out right before camp, which is a little concerning, right? Because I mean, what's it going to take for them to bridge that gap? Or it's a super small gap. And then there's no excuse to just not find middle ground right before training camp starts. Which they couldn't do.
Brad, I bet Goody and Love and Russ Ball and Jordan's agent, I know what they should have together to get this done.
I mean, I'll tell you what. If they all sat around a table and they were sharing some carbless, I think the deal would get done right there. Hammered out, no problem. They could all agree that carbless is wonderfully tasting. It's a guilt-free experience, and the deal would be done. And then they can cheers their carbless to a bright future in Green Bay. Because they're just like me. Carbless, my go-to, my only drink when I'm looking to kick back, relax, have a good time. And right now, during the summer, it is the best time to drink a carbless. Anytime's a great time to drink a carbless. But right now, an ice cold carbless, particularly the fruit flavors, it just tastes like summer. Cranberry, I think cranberry is still my favorite fruit flavor. But lemon, lime, black cherry, pineapple, so good. I think I saw peach and passion fruit they just came out with. Excellent choices. They are really something for everybody, including classic cocktails like Moscow Mule Mojito and the 4-pack margarita pack. Man, that just screams summer. Raspberry margarita, didn't know I needed it until I tried it. But it doesn't just end there. Not going to lie. On the treadmill this morning, boys, I ran 4 miles. I felt good.
Cool.
I felt good.
It's a long time to be running.
It was a long time to be running.
It was running in the same spot.
But that means I don't want to detonate my workout by the time I want to just relax and have fun. I can have the best of both worlds with carbless. No carbs, no sugars, only 100 calories per can. Gluten-free. Less carbonation, leading to less bloat. So just all in all, it's a guilt-free experience. And I don't feel like I'm just getting rid of the diet and the workout in the morning. I can just enjoy carbless. Carbless. Having a great time, enjoyable experience, no guilt. That's your carbless experience. If you haven't discovered it and discovered why less is more, what are you waiting for? Now is the time. Sit back, relax, crack open a carbless. Less is more, baby. Find them online and at retailers near you.
Your reaction, 800-990-3776 to day 2 of the Jordan Love hold-in. When does it get weird? Because I like that from Love and Football. Monday, if he's not signed and not on the field, that's going to get weird. Next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
But what I've heard is very nutritious.
I was actually about to ask. This is the last conversation on it. Did you taste it? Come on, did you taste it?
You got to. You got to make sure that it's good and good for your baby.
Yeah.
I know Jonathan Brust has. I have not yet.
Okay.
I definitely am.
You might as well take a little shot.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It's State Fair season. The Wisconsin State Fair happens from August 1st through the 11th. Make your plans to get out there now. Check out the always intriguing food selections like alligator tacos, bug juice, a cricket cookie sandwich, deep fried lemonade, hot ham and glazers, and too many more to be able to list. Plus the Expo Center, the animals, the music headliners. You know there's so much to do, and there's nothing like the Wisconsin State Fair. Get your Wisconsin State Fair tickets today and check out their deals and event schedule at wistatefair.com.
Don't put your life on hold to earn a degree. Lakeland University has a long history of making students' dreams come true. Since 1862, build a schedule that meets your needs with options for 7- and 12-week courses, evening classes, and the ability to join classes remotely. Lakeland University is Wisconsin's leader in evening and online education. They have a main campus in Sheboygan County and 6 centers throughout the whole state. Lakeland University. Affordable, quality, flexible. Find out your next steps at info.lakeland.edu. www.lakeland.edu.
Golfers, listen up. It's Gabe Neitzel from On the Tee, and we are heading to Scotland with our friends at Wisconsin Golf Trips. That's right, Scotland. You can join myself and Stephen Watson as we head overseas to play some of the best courses in the world. This package includes green fees, lodging, transportation, and more. But there are only a limited amount of spots available, so sign up now. For information on the trip and a link for paying, you can text GOLF right now to the ESPN Milwaukee Talk and Text line at 800-990-3776. That's GOLF to 800-990-3776.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
The Saganiac Planning Marquette Basketball Greatest Scorers. Marcus Howard has all the records at Marquette, and his greatness might also be best explained by saying he passed George Thompson. Thompson's 1,773 points when finishing in 1969. It was the Marquette career mark until 2009, 40 years later. And with Marcus Howard, Thompson the only player averaging over 20 points per game for a career. George Thompson, not number one, but he belongs in the same room with Marcus Howard. Level funding for your corporate medical insurance plan allows small to medium-sized employers to create a plan tailored specifically to meet the needs of your employees. Level funding provides the employer with predictable monthly payments regardless of claim activity, allowing for better budgeting and peace of mind. For more on how level funding can benefit your company, call Aaron Belowski, Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
Hey, welcome to IKEA's Big Ready for College event. We're your one-stop shop to get your college student ready for fall semester and save up to 30% on select items.
Wow, perfect timing. I need to get my kids' space ready without breaking my budget.
Oh, how about offers on comfy furniture, clever storage, and stylish decor?
Ooh, sign me up.
Visit us in store from July 10th to July 23rd or at IKEA-USA.com/ready for college for more details. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com/ready for college for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I'm hooked on the feeling that I get when I go to Road America, I'll tell you that much. The 4-mile road course has so much to offer everyone, and the biggest thing that I love is the affordable family fun, as Brad would say. In this economy, it's crazy. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. Up next is Grid Life, a summer Apex Music and Motorsports Festival, July 26th through the 28th. It's your ticket to a weekend packed with high-speed racing, killer live music, the best kind of summer chill. You know where to go. RoadAmerica.com. That's RoadAmerica.com. Grid Life. Then you got IMSA, a ton of great events on the schedule and the calendar. RoadAmerica.com. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Ben Brust, Packer backer Kyle Wallace. Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter to my left. UKBN Nation, 800-990-3776. Can I help you, Kyle?
Where are we at Thursday?
Road America.
Hey!
Vroom, vroom.
Are we going to get a chance to get in the car at all on the track? Did you work something out for us? I've never been on a racetrack before.
Well, I'll have to work with the powers that be.
You think my Ford Focus can get in there?
No, I don't think they allow cars like yours on the track.
Maybe we can get up now. 0 to 60 might take 10 seconds, but once we get going, we going.
Is he going to make it up the hill? There's a big hill.
My baby can do it. It's made in America. Build America, baby.
800-990-3776. I love this. Jeremiah chimes in. If Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron in The Greatest Showman can get it done in a song montage, they should be able to get it done with the time they've had. Jeremiah, the official bulldog of KBN Nation.
That's an amazing text. That is so good.
Two powers that be. You know The Greatest Showman?
I don't think I've seen
Oh,
that movie.
you got to
This is
see
the
it.
Greatest show.
If you like Hamilton, you like Hamilton, right?
Oh, I love Hamilton.
You'll like The Greatest
Oh,
Showman.
yeah. Greatest Showman's really good.
That's a
Very
different
good.
movie I saw.
Derek chimes in the 262, and this is something I feel like Kaio's echoed, but really hasn't said it's the biggest fear of his, but it's in the back of his mind. He's worried just about how paying Love top dollar will affect our cap for future investments in this young team who will eventually all will want to be paid. Two parts to this. One, I think that's what we're waiting on, to be quite honest, is in the fine details of this contract is how do you pay Jordan Love and what are the long-term guarantees and because what we're seeing with the Green Bay Packers is, I think we've talked about with Josh Jacobs, we've talked about with Xavier McKinney, we now talk about with Kenny Clark. The more new contracts we see from the Green Bay Packers, a lot of it is, hey, 1 year you're going to get some money, we're going to pay you, and then we're going to pay you on production. Now, this is a little different. This is your franchise QB, but they do need to, as Jason Wilde said yesterday, look out for the betterment of the franchise.
Goody actually alluded to that. Jason Wilde asked Goody in his press conference just, about whether or not, what was the hesitation with signing Jordan Love? Did it have to do with the fact that he had a really good 8 games? And Goody actually spoke to the fact that he said, no, it's about building a team around him, right? He said, when we look at these numbers and what the contract's going to be for Jordan Love, we can't just think about Jordan Love. We have to think about the team and building something around him. So I do think there's some validity to the point of this isn't just about how much we pay Jordan Love. It is about we have an overall salary cap that our guru Brad Nortman has talked about that you got to fit a whole roster underneath.
But here's the thing. It's almost inevitable. If you have a franchise quarterback, he's going to make top dollar, at least for a while. So if you're not going to pay him like a generic high cap number, a high salary, and you want it to be lower, you have to offset that with something else, meaning maybe more guaranteed money. Maybe you say, hey, you know what? 60% of these other contracts are guaranteed. We're going to guarantee 85% of it, but we want you to make $50 million, not $55.
Which they
But we're going
should.
to make 90% of it guaranteed.
If that's one thing that my confidence in that they should have, right? If I'm confident in the Green Bay Packers and the G, and I'm confident in the fact that they can develop quarterbacks, they should not be worried about guaranteed money whatsoever. Because so far, my entire life, we're talking about 30 plus years, what have the Packers done? Produced great quarterbacks that were sustainable and here for a very long time. And based off history, Jordan Love is going to be here for at least 12 to 15 years. So if you guarantee the next 4 years of his contract or whatever number that is that you're going to guarantee at 80+%, that'll be fine because he's going to make that money anyways.
On Twitter at KBN ESPN or Twitter X, however you want to call it, if Jordan Love doesn't sign his contract by Friday, will you be hitting the panic button? 25% of people say yes. Based off of what I'm seeing and hearing and feeling in this room with Kyle Wallace, Packer backers love the G. And the G will overcome their feelings for Jordan Love the further this goes along. They're going to turn frustrated. It's just part of the process. It's tough business, right? Because you love everything Jordan Love's done, and he's showing up and holding in and trying to have the support of teammates. We'll hear from Christian Watson later talking about supporting him. But it is just a distraction to the players as well at times.
I'd be curious to know when that date is. We've alluded to it, but
I just wanted to get a baseline. I'm glad we got a baseline that the majority, even on Friday, heading into a weekend where they want to be filled with joy, would be frustrated.
I just think at some point, maybe the narrative would change to where, again, leaks would be an indication things are going bad, but to where people start to think, look, Jordan Love, now it's hurting the team. Now you're not putting the team first, you're putting yourself first. That just doesn't happen in Green Bay. I
it
wonder,
will flip. I don't know when, but it will.
At some point it will.
And I do want to see, because it's Tuesday, and it's 2 minutes to 3 o'clock.
Here we go.
20-13-3.
Ben's got just a big old smile on his face right now.
Yeah, he's playing against the
good.
D squad. Come on now, give me some. Hey, listen.
This is the Packers defense playing against Sean Clifford.
If you did not get higher than a 28 on your ACT, do not call. If you didn't have higher than a 3.4 GPA in high school,
I didn't have any of this.
And that's what I'm saying. We need to create
a superior opponent.
We need somebody that is very intelligent.
That's more superior than me.
But that's what we need because right now, whoever we're getting guys at your level or lower. Give me a woman. That's what we need.
Why?
Women are smarter than me. I think a woman could definitely beat you.
800-990-3776. Kyle's pleading. He's begging to KBN Nation, somebody call to beat me. You win a $25 gift card if you beat me, and the pride of winning Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust. Let's go with caller 7 today. Caller 7. 800-990-3776. 800-990-3776 for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? You get 15 questions in 90 seconds. You're allowed to say skip or pass. Brad Nortman will be asking you those questions in a friendly manner to help you get to victory. 800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-3776. Caller 7 for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? That's next in 2 minutes.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher, and summer is here. But if you want your parking lots and asphalt to be ready for winter, you have to remember the 3 R's from Johnson & Sons Paving. Reseal every 2 to 3 years. Repair when you see signs of cracking or potholes. And replace if there's constant standing water, buckling, or sinking. Don't scare customers or tenants away because of a bad parking lot. Connect with Johnson & Sons today before minor repairs end up being huge headaches. Schedule an appointment at johnsonsonspaving.com.
The Bog in Saukville is Ozaki County's best golf experience. 18 championship holes designed by legendary golfer Arnold Palmer cater to golfers of all skill levels. Settled amongst over 250 acres of beautiful private land, the Bog offers a truly unforgettable golf experience. Play the finest greens of Wisconsin, and after your round, have a signature cocktail while enjoying our Friday fish fry from the clubhouse overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy the Bog.
Celebrate 42 years of tradition at Milwaukee's original house party. Join us on Milwaukee's beautiful lakefront, July 26th, 27th, and 28th for authentic German food, music, beer, and dancing. Experience the excitement of the Glockenspiel, Dachshund-Derby, Culture Village, Mardi Gras Show, Trauchenschau, Sheep's Head Tournament, and much more. For more information, tickets, and admission discounts, visit GermanFest.com. Don't miss the fun. See you at GermanFest. Holla!
Get big savings on vinyl plank flooring at Menards. Legends Vinyl Plank from Great Lakes Flooring is durable, waterproof, and is a breeze to install. Legends Vinyl Plank Flooring is perfect for active lifestyles. Save big money on Great Lakes Flooring at Menards, America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction, according to J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust on 94.5 ESPN is presented by Lakeland University. Don't put your life on hold to earn your degree. Build a schedule that meets your needs. Lakeland.edu. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The Wisconsin On Demand app and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Jordan Love might be at Packers training camp, but he's not fully engaged practicing. I can't say that about KBN. We are here and we are fully engaged. I am Brad Nortman alongside Kyle Wallace and Chris Larson making the questions today. So maybe that is the thing for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Maybe Alex Strouf's questions are not as hard as Chris Larson's. We're going to discover that today. As we have Rob in Middleton as our contestant today for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Rob, we need a game. We need a big performance. We need Ben Brust knocked down. I don't think he's had a loss in like a month and a half, whether it be ties or victory.
That's sad.
I know. We have to undo that, don't we, Rob?
Oh, I'm going to change that.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
All right, now, Rob, you're talking big game.
I hope so. I hope. But now I didn't want to hear that the questions are going to be harder.
No. I don't know what they're going to be.
This.
But I do
I
want to
know
make
the questions.
Sure.
You got this.
I did have criteria. GPA in high school, was it above a 3.0?
Yes.
ACT score, was it above a 20?
I took the SAT. I'm old.
SAT above what was that, like a 1,200 or something like that?
I don't even know.
Yeah, I think I got 1,300.
All right, we
Okay.
good. We good to go.
We
We got a smart gentleman on us.
Yeah, and
I've beaten him twice, so I hope to do it 3 times.
Hey.
okay. So you're 2-0 against Ben?
Yep.
Let's go. That's exactly what we needed. Okay, hey, let's spin it, Chris. He's ready.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
That's right, it is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Here's how you play. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many questions correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we will come back to it if you get through the rest. If you beat Ben Brust for the 3rd time, let's go, baby, you will win a $25 gift card. Any questions, Rob?
Nope, I'm ready.
All right, well, let's just jump right in. Let's start the timer, Chris, in 3, 2, 1. Which country did Mexico gain its independence from in the 19th century?
Spain.
The 100 Years' War of the 14th and 15th centuries was primarily a conflict between England and what other country?
France.
The Great Sphinx in Egypt has the head of a man and the body of what species of animal?
A lion.
How many amendments are in the Bill of Rights?
10.
The United States and Mexico are separated by what river?
The Rio Grande.
Budapest is the capital of what European country?
Pass.
What is the most abundant element in the universe?
Hydrogen.
True or false? Platypus is a mammal.
True.
What is the name of the scientific study of traits passed down from their parents to their children?
Genealogy.
A heptagon is a shape with how many sides?
7.
What is the smallest prime number?
2.
What is the largest South American country by area?
Brazil.
Inca civilizations were concentrated on what continent?
South America.
What is the smallest planet in the solar system?
Mercury.
How many players are on a baseball team on the field at any given time?
9.
Back to the one you
wait, you mean total?
Yeah.
Total on both teams?
No, one team.
10. Oh, one team, 9.
Yeah. Budapest is the capital of what European country? You count if you get it.
Oh, I can't
Yeah,
remember.
Budapest is the capital. I'll read it nice and slow for you. Budapest is the capital of what European
Istanbul.
country?
Wait, that's a no.
It's a country.
No, it's not Turkey. I can't think of it. Dang it.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Man, Chris,
I have him for 13 because genealogy is not the same as genetics. Genealogy is like what a person's traits were from their family back in their,
That's all good. Hey,
tracing their lineage.
13. I was
I'm so happy with 13.
Dude, Kyle and I are standing up right now. We can't let Ben see that though. He's gonna know something's up.
Kick yourself for the Budapest. Good.
Oh my goodness! As I was reading that, I was like, "Let's go, Rob! Let's go! Excellent performance."
How should we act, Rob? Should we act happy or sad?
Oh, you should tease him and make him think I did bad.
Okay. I mean, you call. Hey, to be fair, Kyle did try to call and hope that the best called in. So we'll see if that's enough to do it.
You know, he talking about he took the SAT, so we didn't know what it was. Come on.
Yeah, we couldn't even come up with a score that was enough of a floor to determine if this Rob in Middleton.
It sounds like we got some built-in excuses already.
All right, well. Ben's walked in with a little bravado, a little bit of confidence.
I saw Kyle clap, though. So I don't know what's going on here. I'm just going to do...
I clap because he got something tough, right? But
yeah.
I'll do my best.
We know what your average is.
Yeah, we do.
Chef Ed says he was caller 6. You guys dodged a bullet.
Chef Ed, you heard what the criteria was. You know dang well. We all know. I don't know what you got 50 years ago when you took them exams, but you can't get them scores now.
All right, this is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Ben is back now to do his portion of the contest. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many questions correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we'll come back through it. We get through the rest. If Rob in Middleton beats you, he will win a $25 gift card. Ben, any questions?
No, sir.
All right, Chris, let's get it started in 3, 2, 1. From which country did Mexico gain its independence in the 19th century?
Spain.
The 100 Years' War of the 14th and 15th centuries were primarily a conflict between England and what other country?
France.
The Great Sphinx in Egypt has the head of a man and a body of what species of animal?
Snake.
How many amendments are in the Bill of Rights?
10.
The United States and Mexico are separated by what river?
Oh, man. The Mexico River.
Budapest is the capital of
Hungary.
Okay. What is the most abundant element in the universe?
Oh, man. Pass!
The platypus is a mammal. True or false?
False.
What is the name for the What is the name for the scientific study of traits passed down from their parents?
Genetics.
Heptagon is a shape with how many
6.
sides? What is the smallest prime number?
2.
What is the